So what's hood with it, everybody? Yo, I said, what's good with it? All my 12 gauge shotties, you know what I mean? Sitting in at 17th Street's Compton. I'm over here laying low off these little crybabies over here, man. You know what I mean? I'm over here laying low off these little crybabies and stuff here at the crime scene, right? The unsolved crime scene, you know what I'm saying? Laws turned and pulled out last time. That's my theater right there. Terrorized, vandalized, and some random homeless guy has now moved in. And he's sitting there in his feces. He's sitting there eating and drinking when the scripture says, we shall eat and drink freely. We shall eat and drink freely in heaven above. He's laying and eating and drinking in the worst of conditions, bro. So the theater is now basically outlawed as usual, like it was at Tustin High School when I went into the theater in Tustin High School with Little Miss Wendy Moctezuma. The theater has been outlawed, so there's nowhere else to even shoot my videos. So I'm right here in front of it right now, bro. The joke of it, he's sitting up in there, moved in. This is what goes down, man. The homelessness is on the rise, bro. Homelessness is overpopulated and getting just absolutely crazy. Okay? He's sitting in there, bro. And they're not doing nothing about it. Need I rest my case, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the one times out here and everything, and you seen that online. They drove right away, man. They drove right away. This is what's cracking off, bro. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Then we gotta be battling with the Mexicans on their nonsense over here. So it's just rough on a black male over here in OC, man. It's absolutely rough. And these laws, then, that's what they gonna do, bro. You know what I mean? You guys seen my scene with McDonald's in March, bro. Dude throwing stuff in my food and throwing a bunch of nonsense, man. You know what I mean? This stuff is just awful, man. This stuff, Santa Ana, this is actually this is like the breakoff point of Santa Ana and FV. Fountain Valley. The Fountain Valley crying police. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay out of their web right now. See if I can get away with this. It looks like I am going to get away with this amazement and everything. But, yep, he's sitting in there right now, camped out. He's got a huge clump of feces on the wall. And he dumped all his clothes right where I was reaching out to you guys and touching everybody. He threw all his clothes in there. So he just moved in and burnt the whole thing out, bro. Stuff, hey, look. Stuff is getting straight crazy, bro. It's promote my new Pac out the MGM Grand necklace right there. You guys see that? Pac out the MGM Grand necklace. Outlaws. This is Outlaw Spots, man. You know what I mean? Greened up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Telling y'all, man. This stuff is thug life. This stuff 17th Street, Santa Ana, bro. This stuff is thug life. Stuff is crazy. I hope nobody catches me up right now and everything. As this spot is now about over with, man. Banned and done. You know what I mean? There it is right there. There's the joke of it. Why don't we just turn it into a big toilet? Looks like a big old toilet now. So that's where all the video, I got a bunch of videos in. Contact y'all, man. You know what I mean? Santa Ana 17th Street's content, bro. Now I'm about to be, laying low under the scene. Laying low at these securities, laying low at these police. But, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm still preaching this street knowledge. Still preaching the street knowledge that everybody needs to know, man. You know what I mean? Born on St. Patrick's Day, the Irish St. Patrick's Day. Named after it, man. To the Santa Ana streets, Santa Ana thug life. You know what I mean? That we be living, man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I got my Lupe Cortez watch on right now. My Lupe Cortez watch. I'm out here on the scene from Tustin High School, with the 5th Street gang, surviving the 5th Street gang. She's friends with the mother of my godson, Max. You know what I mean? So stuff is going down. Stuff stays going down in the OC, in the Anna Way, bro. You know what I mean? This stuff is getting ugly, crazy. Homelessness is on the rise, bro. You know what I mean? I'm trying not to run up in here and really hit blood up, bro, and tell them to clean up, bro. Clean this stuff up. What is you doing, bro? Get a freaking job. I'm trying not to roll up in here and really bang on them or whatever the case, whoever sent them. I'm not going to talk about all that. I'm not trying to talk about all that, man. Stuff is just shady and it don't look right. Look like, you know what I'm saying, some stuff I'm getting set the frick up. That's what it look like to me. That's what it look like to me for even bringing y'all Shakur. And stuff is awful, bro. You know what I mean? So either way, man, I'm not hurting too much. It is what it is. I got a lot of good stuff off right there. You know what I mean? Got to perform and touch y'all. So I'm gonna be finding other stuff or some sheltering I can do with that, but stuff just be too hot where I live at. So it's not something I can really do. So I gotta do stuff on the run, street, hood bound with it, man. You know what I mean? These are the end times, 25B, man. Doug's Life, 17th Street, Santa Ana's content. Stuff goes down, stuff gets crazy, man. You know what I mean? Black versus the Latinos, stuff was getting crazy. I was, you know what I mean, just front and center with the alley boys, head on, nose to nose, slipping up in the hood. This stuff is going crazy. This stuff is still going down. Nothing's amazing, man. You know what I mean? Outlaw, outcast of it all, man. Outlaws got Sparks. The Outlaws got Sparks 2025, man. And I'm telling this street hood knowledge, man. So that's my abandoned theater right here across the street. You know what I mean? It's done. It's over with. Homeless done moved in, took it over. That's the statistics will show of it all. Statistics of the gang, statistics of the shame of this stuff, man. Of Santa Ana, the Anna's B, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I still love this stuff, though. I still love this stuff, though. You know what I mean?